what they can do. So we floated K-Rich out, we floated Jay Will out at different times, and that kind of loosens up the bench for us. We ended up doing that tonight. It wasn't pre-planned, like I said, but we're going to continue to do that just to give guys longer runs, longer opportunities, but he'll be back in there tomorrow.
Yeah, and I know you guys lead the league in comeback wins after double-digit deficits, but wins of this nature where, you maybe have something like a 20-point lead.
Yep.
You hold on to that by the end of the game. I just think back to the Dallas game.
Yep.
Maybe you guys lead the league in that. I don't know the stat, but for this to become a thing, how do you view that? Do you want to weed that out eventually? Are you comfortable because you guys seem to be coming out on top for a lot of those?
In 82 games, you're just going to get such a diverse sample of things, and you're going to have to play a lot of different types of games. You're going to play with leads. You're going to play from behind. We'd like to play with leads as much as possible, and we'd like to hold leads as much as possible. We've done a good job of that this year, I think. I don't think we've really given up leads of that nature the way that we did tonight. But you have to be able to handle a lot of different situations in competition, and I thought our guys just showed great toughness and poise in a pretty hostile environment against a very sharp opponent that had a lot of momentum. And for us to hang in there long enough to give ourselves a chance for the game to turn again and to string together the stops that we did down the stretch, I thought was really impressive by the guys.
I wanted to go back to what you talked about earlier about the decision to put Lou on Williamson tonight. And you have so many options of guys you could put on Williamson, whether it's Jay Will, J Dub, him, Kenrich. What does that say about this group that there are just so many guys that you could employ and make those sort of decisions out there on the floor? Yeah,
again, we want to expand our options always. We don't want to be a team that's limiting our own options. We want to be a team that expands them. And sometimes, like I said, in the exploration of that, we're going to trip on some stuff that's really good, and we're gonna trip on some stuff that doesn't work. But we're gonna learn in the process. We're gonna expand our team's capacity in the process. We've found that making adjustments late in games, it's a hard time for teams to adapt. And if we can be the more adaptive team in those situations, we think there's an advantage there. They had a little bit of a rhythm attacking us with the matchups as they were, and so we flipped the matchup, and I thought it bought us, a couple possessions there. They had a hard time calibrating to it, I thought, and it's a credit to our guys and their adaptability.
And then just wanted to ask you about Josh. I asked you about him after the Milwaukee game. He's put together a really nice stretch here. What are you seeing from him recently?
He's bombing in shots. That's the first thing, and there's ups and downs in shooting. Obviously, there's a lot of variance in shooting, but I give him a lot of credit. He's worked hard on it. He's had the schemes of people leaving him open, which I think is a really difficult thing, especially as somebody that's a developing shooter. And he's just kind of stuck with it through the ups and downs of the season.